Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Praetorian.
And Jinx here.
And welcome back to Medieval Dynasty on the PlayStation 5. So it's been a little while, guys, since we've done this series. If you haven't seen it, we've been covering another game, and that is Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. Decided to talk about that in the previous episode, that we might have started that game instead of coming back to this one for a little while. What we're going to be trying to do here is just kind of sprinkle these videos in to the week whenever we have a bit of time to record an extra one. Since the Mount & Blade series is the main series that we're doing for right now, and we're going to be starting another one, as if we don't have enough on our hands.
More content.
Yeah. But this is the period of the year when all the games come out.
So we just got to try to catch them.
Yeah, so we play as many as we can. There's a lot that you just can't cover because there's too many games that are coming out. So we try and cover as many as we can, since, you know, this is a real good time typically for YouTube channels. It's a good time to kind of make your money, honestly. We make like a huge chunk of our annual money on YouTube in the months of December and November. So
yeah, because you got the holidays coming up and all that ads that everybody wants you to buy their stuff.
Yeah, so the ad revenue is really good. You actually got a rabbit out here.
Oh, that's a chunky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna cook them up nicely.
So yeah, we're doing a lot of other content, guys. So we'll just kind of sprinkle these videos in when we can, because there was more we did want to cover on this game. So if you guys recall, Jinx still has that really low health right now.
And I'm scared of trees.
So she's like one tree smack away from death, maybe two.
I think probably two. Ooh, they're so bouncy.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So Jinx is going to be doing some construction in this episode, so therefore we need the wood, guys.
Yeah.
Do you already have it set up, what we're building?
Not yet. We're going to do the workshop.
So what exactly do you do in the workshop? That's where you craft things?
Yeah, and you can have other people craft stuff for you so that you can make some money.
Like baskets and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be helpful to have. Really getting our economy, trying to get our economy started up over here.
Trying.
You not know where it's at?
It's in production.
You had to go through all of them to find it, though?
Yeah, because it was on the other side.
The other side from what you... That's the way it always goes. It's always the last place you check.
Look.
Yep. So hopefully this doesn't require too many more resources than some of the other buildings we built, but it does look large. I guess we'll see. It'll probably be all the standard stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to start using that other type of wood, the planks, yet?
No, not generally. That's like for upgrading.
Like upgrading buildings, making them better?
Yeah, like better roofs so that they deteriorate a little slower.
Yeah, I see. But yeah, we have done the move, guys. I know that's what some of y'all will be curious about, since that's what we talked about last episode. That's the reason why we had this long break in between videos. It's because we did move from Colorado to Kansas, sold our house finally, bought another one, and
Jesus Christ, it was a process.
It was terrible, guys. We've talked about this in the series so far, like how difficult it's been so far, but that continued. I did not expect. I thought once we had sold the house, we'd be good to go, but nope. It was all the way for both of the deals, the selling and the buying of the house. It was all the way up to the last minute, guys. We actually we closed on our house, in Colorado.
Signed all the
paperwork. The buyer signed all the paperwork.
Stuff's all packed.
Yeah, keys exchanged. We're on the road. We're in the U-Haul driving to Kansas when I get a call that the deal's not done yet. Because the appraiser who was supposed to inspect the work that was done on our house, okay it, he just didn't do that.
He just said he did.
He just said he did, and the lender didn't even check on that. And so the lock was still on there. The appraisal lock was still on there. And so they had to get with him, and they couldn't get him to sign it, because then he's like, oh, I didn't actually check it. I lied. I'm sorry. I was like, what?
So I didn't know you could just do that.
So then they needed to override his lock, which took a bunch of work and effort. I'm on the phone all the way to Kansas, guys. I was on the phone just working, just trying to get emailing while driving a big old U-Haul truck, which we had a big old truck, man.
Yeah.
It was a beastie one.
We got the big one because
we needed it.
Needed all of it.
I didn't know how much junk we had accumulated. 27 footer is what we had, guys. It was a pretty decent truck. I haven't driven a truck that large since the Army, so that was an interesting experience. But yeah, we had packed it pretty much. I mean, it wasn't, I guess you could have packed more, and we could have packed all up to the top, I suppose. We didn't have to do all that. But it was pretty tightly packed, all the way up to from the front to the back. All the way up to the door there. I had no idea we had that much stuff.
I was surprised.
Because, we've lived in apartments our whole life. And so you only have so much space in an apartment that you can put stuff.
And, we never unpacked all of our stuff when we lived in the apartments either.
But yeah, then we
like nomads.
Yeah, because we moved all the time, and so there was also that you didn't need to pack everything. It's so much stuff we left packed because we knew we were going to be gone another year or two. We only stayed in a place for a little while. But yeah, we had already unpacked everything in the house because we were there for 5 years, and apparently we had accumulated a lot of crap over that time. We threw a lot of it away, but I mean, you're not gonna throw everything you have away.
Even though you want to. Because you don't want to move it.
You don't want to move it. You just burn all this.
It's like, do I really need
it? But throwing it away in the trash didn't fix any issues either. Because then we had so much trash we didn't know what to do with it all. Like we had a lot of it, and so that caused problems.
Yeah.
Because what do you do with your trash? Probably put it somewhere you're not supposed to.
You need a dumpster.
Yeah. So don't get caught up in any drama like we did while doing that.
We didn't do anything.
Of course not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We never did anything wrong or
nope.
illegal. We don't do such things.
But we made the move.
Yeah, we got moved. So that's what's important. We got rid of our trash. And yeah, it was just, again, it was just a disaster all the way up there. I'm over here emailing, texting, calling people while driving a big old truck. Super unsafe. Well, what are you going to do though? I was trying to get the deal done. So that we would have the money because they couldn't distribute the funds until the deal was done. And so we needed the money the next day to buy this house that we're currently in. And so, yeah, had issues even on closing day when we thought the house was sold. That's just the way our luck is, guys. And then as if it couldn't get any worse, the buying of the house, we also had a problem here, guys. So she was, our realtor was super concerned that the lady who was selling it, the seller, that she was trying to get out of the deal. It seemed like she wasn't happy about everything, and she wasn't happy with her realtor, and she wanted more money out of us because we kind of we gave her a little bit of what she wanted. For the most part, we kind of told her, you're asking for too much. She was very demanding,
was being very unreasonable
and greedy, wanting us to buy all our furniture and crap like that. All kinds of really unreasonable demands. We accommodated her as much as we could, but she was being unreasonable, guys. It was ridiculous. And so she's really upset. She also had to replace the roof because it was a mess. We had to replace our roof too, though.
Even though she didn't even pay her deductible.
Yeah, and then she refused to pay her deductible. She wanted us to pay for it. Who the hell's ever heard of the buyer paying for the seller's deductibles on the work they're getting done? So she wanted us to pay for all her deductibles, and eventually her realtor did. Because she refused to pay for anything. And we're talking about it was almost $2,000 deductible or something like that.
I thought you had to pay the deductible. I mean, I guess somebody
else pays. It's not a problem, but
yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, she was just really difficult to deal with. So she was everybody was worried she was trying to get out of the deal. And it seemed like that was kind of the case when we got here. So we roll up in our U-Haul ready to do our walkthrough. And this woman done left so much stuff in this house, guys, trash and construction materials particularly, because I guess she had bought the house and it had all that stuff because the guy who's doing it, again, it's a really, really nice house, but he was remodeling the whole thing, and so there's materials everywhere, just big huge first of all, there's lumber.
Yeah, all kinds of lumber in the basement.
Well, big, huge, floor paneling things, and I'm trying to remember what all was here. A lot of, extra stuff.
Which, I mean, I guess we could have used if we were going to ever actually do anything with the basement, but...
But yeah, I mean, we'd want to pick our own stuff.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that was the thing. They hadn't finished remodeling the basement. They hadn't finished the basement. So our basement's not a finished basement. Unfortunately.
Good enough for a gym, though.
Yeah, we just put our gym down there, which was previously in our garage, which was too small to put a vehicle in. I don't know the point of those garages. You can't really put an actual real-life car in.
This is back when cars were huge.
Cars were bigger. I don't know why They were building these little tiny garages you can't even get your vehicle in. And maybe you get it in and it's like a super tight fit and you won't even be able to get out. I don't know. But yeah, we just used it for our gym instead. And so now we got the gym in the basement.
We have to fight back the spiders.
It's clearly nobody goes down there very often before us. It's really clean, especially once we got all the materials out of there.
It is dusty.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically she left all that construction material along with her own stuff, some of her own stuff, in the basement, the outside shed, and the garage. Like all three were just packed full of her crap. Or crap that was there when she bought it, and now she thinks that because it was there when she bought it, she doesn't have to move it.
Yeah, that it's part of the house now.
Yeah, it just goes with the house. That's not how it goes. Just because she accepted the house like that didn't mean that we had to. And so we were very unhappy, and we were talking about like not accepting the house that way, that she needed to come pick the stuff up. But then if we had done that, she was threatening to not sign the extension because we had till 5 p.m. that day to close, and she was like, I'm not gonna sign the extension, so you won't be able to buy the house, and somebody else will buy it. So we're sitting here with all of our stuff in the U-Haul, and like, what choice do you have at that point?
Yeah.
Like, we had nowhere to go. We were expecting to move in that day, and here we are just sitting waiting. So she's a bitch. Fuck her, man. I got nothing kind to say about this woman. I hope I never run into her in public. Because yeah, she was such a difficult person to deal with, and just screw us over like that. And she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Which is why she had kind of set it up like, I don't know if I want to sell the house now, setting us up for
just take it.
Yeah, that when we got here, everything was going to be not in the state that it should be, because we had asked her to remove all that crap. That's the other thing, if you say, hey, you're going to remove it all, and then you don't, you violated the contract.
Yeah.
And so we would have been on the right, but it doesn't change the fact that if she doesn't sign the extension, then, the deal's over. You know what I mean? We could sue her, but that doesn't help us when we're sitting in a U-Haul with all our stuff with nowhere to live. Homeless, yeah. And so, yeah, pretty crappy situation overall, guys. And that wasn't the only problem. We came in here, and the dishwasher didn't work, which I know for people who don't have a dishwasher, somebody complaining about not having a dishwasher, it's like, I never have a dishwasher. Screw you, buddy. But we did come from a really crappy house that did have a working dishwasher. So to move to a much nicer, more expensive house and not have a dishwasher was a big deal for us.
Well, the inspection didn't catch it.
Yeah, the inspection said that it worked. That was the biggest issue, but it clearly hadn't worked for a long time.
There's just a whole lot of people not doing their job.
Yeah, basically.
Wish I could just get paid to not do my job.
So yeah, we were pretty unhappy with the inspection overall because there's a few other things that weren't caught either. Clearly, they didn't do a good job with the inspection.
They're just trying to get the deal to go through, it seems.
Yeah, just trying to get it done, rather than making sure that it's everything's in your best interest and the way you want. Yeah, so we had to pay like $240 to fix the dishwasher. So we got a working dishwasher now, but it was like 2 weeks with no dishwasher, which means Jinx had to wash by hand.
I don't really care. I gotta wash the pots and pans by hand.
Yeah, typically pots and pans gotta be washed by hands. But yeah, it was still kind of, you didn't want to wash. You got all your stuff in boxes. Yeah. It needs to be washed. And so that was the big issue, is it couldn't really unpack all the kitchen stuff, because nobody wanted to wash all that, boxes and boxes of stuff by hand. So yeah, we didn't have the dishwasher, which again, that's a nice luxury item for us Americans here that we all kind of take for granted. Because a lot of people do have dishwashers, even, if you live, we've been poor the majority of our adult life, and we've had a dishwasher. Like the apartments you go to some of the poorest apartments, dishwasher might not be great, but they'll have one.
It has one.
Yeah.
I don't think our last dishwasher was doing a very good job.
No, probably not. Again, we probably didn't have good dishwashers, but we at least had one. You could just basically do all the washing before you put it in there.
Yeah, and then it'll do something.
And then it will rinse it for you, I guess.
It'll get the dishes nice and hot.
Yeah, it's like a second washing for you.
Kill whatever bacteria. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, so it's not completely useless. But yeah, we didn't have the dishwasher. We had to pay $240, and that's a lot of money for us anyways. But Had to pay that to get it fixed. So just little stuff like that, unfortunate. But the biggest issue was all the stuff she left. And so I threw such a fit about it because I was very unhappy with it that our realtor helped us get it out.
She's like, I know a guy.
She always knew a guy for everything.
For everything.
She has, a guy for everything. You know, when her dishwasher broke, I was like, her dishwasher broke. She's like, I got a guy.
I got a guy.
And he worked his butt off fixing that, man, because it was like he originally projected it was going to be cheaper. You know, he didn't say, oh, it's going to be $240. It was because there were so many parts that were needed because it was a mess. The dishwasher was dicked up. He had to come here 3 times. And that was before he got paid. He didn't take a dime until he had fixed it. And so he had to come here 3 times to get everything fixed. It was a real pain in the butt for him anyways. I just watched and talked. I just let the experts do the thing. I don't get involved in it.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they'd go through with like people standing over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing it like that for?
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious. I'll listen to you tell me what you're doing. I'm interested. I'll ask questions if your type isn't bothered by such, but I'm mostly there just to watch. And also, a lot of people not everybody likes being watched while they work, but a lot of people like having somebody to talk to while they're there, is what I noticed. And I can seem to make friends with anybody. It's like we had the guy that came in and installed our internet. We had some other issues with the house, and we'll go into details, bore you, but he actually fixed those for us for free, just because
he likes doing stuff.
Yeah, I was just talking to him, and we're getting along well, and I don't know how it came up. I think I had a phone call about it. And he's like, "Oh, what's the issue?" And started telling him about it, and talking about it, and then he finished with installing our internet, and then he's like, "Well, I can take a look at that stuff for you." I'm like, "Hey, sure, why not?" And so, yeah, he fixed a couple other issues that we had, some smaller issues. And so that was nice of him. But yeah, that's one of the advantages of, you getting friendly with people.
You come over, you get a new best friend.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, we had a couple guys come out with a truck, and I helped them load everything. And it took us, 4 or 5 hours to load everything up?
It was a while.
Yeah, and he did this. He brought a pickup truck where the back of the pickup truck was already full when he got here. And I was like, you have any idea how much stuff is in this house, man? There's no way we're getting all this onto your truck. He's just going to strap it onto the top of the truck. And we did. He got so much stuff onto that truck. I can't believe we got it all. Yeah, we got it all on there and strapped it on. I don't know how he was going to drive like that, but, you know.
That's his business.
Yeah, however he did it. But yeah, it took us forever getting all that hours. And I helped them with it because, they did it for free, technically. I didn't pay them anything. They were just receiving the stuff, which a lot of it probably had some value to it, but yeah, I felt like I should help them. I'm not going to stand around and not do anything in that instance where it was mostly just picking up heavy crap.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that was there, he's not a big guy. He's kind of a skinny dude. And he was struggling. He was the young guy. So I'm over here in my 30s. And the other guy was even older, like in his 40s or 50s. Maybe 50s. He's an older guy. And then here's this kid. He's like maybe 22. And he was struggling the most doing the work. Because he's a little guy. And so I'm glad it helped. Because I don't know if they would have been able to get it done in one day if I hadn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, we got it all loaded up. But it was such a pain in the butt, guys. Just all the way through.
But we're here.
We're here.
Even though it still feels kind of surreal.
Yeah, we got the house, and it's beautiful. It's even better than we had thought it was. Because you do your little walk around, when you first are looking at it. But you got I think we had 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were so interested in the house, I think we spent the entire 30 minutes in the house.
We did.
The next group was coming in to look at the house, let you know that, hey, there's going to be some competition here.
You took too long. Mm-hmm. And then we stood out in the yard talking to the realtor about it some more.
Talking about the realtor about it, because this was kind of on the top of our list. This is on our top 3 of all the ones we looked at, which we looked at a lot of houses.
Oh, God. Yeah, we did.
Ridiculous amount. So are you about to sleep and move into the next season?
Wish I could, but I've got to stay awake for 2 more hours.
2 more hours. So we finished the construction here. We've been talking about all kinds of other stuff while Jynx was working because, construction doesn't provide the most entertaining commentary. You guys already seen it a bit.
Yeah, no, we got
So we built the workshop. And what was the other thing we built?
The kitchen.
The kitchen. So we got both of these done in one episode. I did not expect us to get that done. But
Very
I guess
productive.
when Jynx is over here just working.
Just playing a game.
While I run my mouth.
So we can make baskets now.
Nice. Are those worth a lot?
Yes. They're the finest baskets in all the land.
Well, can it just requires like sticks and stuff, right? So like stuff that you can.
Sticks.
So basically, it's just a way to make money off of nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Just your time.
Just your time,
here,
standing here. Do you get like skills for doing this though? This experience or whatever?
Yeah. So as you do this puts the points into the tech.
Okay.
So that you can unlock more buildings and stuff.
Okay. I mean, at least there's that. But yeah, this is the type of gameplay that turns me away from
you're like,
these games.
You're not even playing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess
you're over here playing on your phone, reading a book while playing the game. Like, that's
making money.
It means it's not a game for me.
Yeah, like the whole point is like you're supposed to have somebody else over here doing that for you while you do what you want to do.
I think the only game I've ever done that is Pride of Nations. I don't know if any of you guys ever played that game. It was like a turn-based, like 19th century strategy game, and the turns just took forever for it to like process the AI, and so I'm talking about like I don't know, 5 minutes at best probably. And so I'd like do other stuff while I was playing that game. Every time I hit the end turn button, I'd sit and read a book or surf the internet or something like that. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever had a game where I did that, and it was just because it was the turn-based, and I was enjoying the game. But it eventually got too much, because as you got further in a campaign, the turns took even longer and longer, like 15 minutes in between turns. It's like, I don't even feel like I'm playing this game.
So close to warmth and the sun on my face.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we have the baskets now.
Oh, you can get that health too. How'd you lose more health?
Just
being outside?
Is killing me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now we can sell these baskets
for 15 gold a piece.
Nice.
Woo.
Basically just buying our sticks.
Yeah. What the
hell haven't? Wow, now I gotta wait another minute.
What?
I screwed you over, Jinx.
Yeah, what happened there? Maybe it was an hour and some minutes.
I don't know. I thought we'd seen it do that before, though.
Yeah.
We were sitting here waiting, to sleep through the rest of winter.
And then it jipped me as like, more winter for you, friend.
And so once this winter's over, we can then start working on this farming objective that we have sitting over there on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in winter, just no farming to be done.
You're killing me. That's all. Go pick up some sticks.
And I suppose we can also continue Alvin's story.
Yeah. Well,
how exciting.
It's Alwyn.
I thought we had agreed that it was Alvin.
I think it probably is Alvin, but I don't like that, so I changed his name.
Well, I'll call him Alvin and you can call him Alwyn.
We got a new level.
So that means we're going to put another point into the perks?
Yes.
That looks like a couple points, huh?
This will help us with our temperature. Not that it'll help us this winter, but I'm going to get it anyway.
Yeah, help us the next winter.
Yes. Although that's the max. That's it.
As far as you know, you had another point, right?
What?
Yeah, another skill point.
Points.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are you going to get now?
More
health would be useful, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it seems helpful. But yeah, the house is super nice, guys. Way nicer than we thought when we did our little walkthrough, and we were looking at pictures online of it.
The pictures online, like the
pictures actually just looked okay. Like this was not high on our list of houses to buy.
No, we didn't even know if we were gonna come out here to look at it.
Yeah, because it was actually not, and there's no other houses in the city that we were interested in, and we weren't particularly interested in the city either. So we weren't that far away, and so we're like, you know what, it wouldn't hurt to stop by and look.
Because, we looked at a ton of houses, and we liked some of them, but we didn't love any of them.
Yeah, there was I think at that point we had one that we were considering, seriously considering. And then we saw this house, and that was the second one, and then we went and saw another house on the way home, and that was the third one. And we had that list of 3 houses that we were willing to buy. And yeah, this was our favorite. It was definitely a favorite, even if we didn't really like the city where it was located. It was definitely the favorite out of the 3 houses. And yeah, it's just even nicer than we remembered it being. I'm really glad that we chose this one. all the hassle, all the work, and the problems and everything that happened, at least it feels like it was somewhat worth it, because we got a house we really like. But yeah, it's like quite a bit bigger than our other house, which, remember, it was cheaper than the house we sold in Colorado. A lot cheaper, because just the differences in the markets. Even though the house in Colorado was half the size,
and
technically a third of the size,
crappy.
if you count the basement in this place.
True.
Because for square footage, they don't count basements if they're not finished. So it's actually not counting the basement, and it's 2 times the size of the last house. And then it's got the big old basement, which, again, we only use it as a gym and for storage, but it's still nice extra space you got there.
Yeah, like whoever it was that had updated a lot
Remodeled
of the
it.
things. Yeah, remodeled it. Like, they did such a good job with, like, the little details.
Yeah, this was a house of love, a passion project for somebody. Oh, look at that. We got a quest to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll get that quest here in a couple
Hate
weeks in this house,
for
too.
that reason.
All right, it's got a couple months here. And then we'll get our new taxes on our new house, our more expensive house, which means taxes will be higher. A lot higher, I'm sure. Even though, of course, this state, we moved to Kansas. I don't know if we mentioned that at all. So we see lots of this.
Wheat.
Farmland, yeah.
Mostly corn.
Yeah, a lot of farmland.
So much corn.
So can we harvest this wheat now?
No.
So we harvest this in summer?
Summer.
Okay.
But yeah, we can plant our cabbages.
Well, yeah, we should try and complete those objectives. So we need to plant, what did it say, carrots? And then more wheat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like carrots. Carrot seeds. 15 carrot seeds.
I do what I want.
We're not doing the objectives to get it, completed?
We'll get them eventually.
Do we have any seeds on us right now?
Yeah, we've got cabbage seeds.
So that's what we're about
from
to plant.
Our last harvest.
All right, so we'll plant up some seeds eventually.
Pretty sure.
Hey, you got 21.
Yeah, spring or summer. I was just double checking. I do need to go get fertilizer though.
Oh, okay.
Dang, okay.
Well, you can sell your baskets.
Mm-hmm.
So go to town, sell the baskets.
Probably pay taxes.
Pay taxes. Our taxes aren't that bad, I don't think.
Yeah, they are. They're terrible. This guy is a greedy jerk.
But I mean, it's not as bad as like in your playthrough that we saw on the PC where you were paying like $2,000 in taxes. I don't think you're anywhere near that. Maybe 100 something, 200.
Guess we can look.
136.
Oh, whew, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your taxes aren't bad because you don't own much.
I just expect the taxes to come around and it's
1,800.
like
Yeah. Give me all your money.
See what else.
But it feels like the government's doing it. When we paid taxes this last year in real life, I felt that way. I was like, really? Like, how is this legal? Like, you look at how much we make and then how much of it I had to give to the government. I was like, this is ridiculous. And during a time, I don't feel represented by our government. Yeah, I don't have anybody to vote for. I don't like either party. I think they're all crap.
You're just spending my money poorly, giving it to yourself
just pissing my money away.
Entities.
Giving it away to rich people, really. And so you take money from a poor person like us, which we happen to be not poor enough now where you don't have to pay taxes anymore. We spent most of our life, so poor that you pay the taxes, but then you get it back. Yeah, you pay it with you pay it with out of your check every month. But then at the end of the year, the next year, you do your taxes, and you can have this back. You need it more than the U.S. government does, which is saying something because the U.S. government is broke. Yeah, they'd give you your money back, and so a lot of our life it was giving us money back because we owed so little due to being that poor. Over the last couple of years, we've done better than we have in the past. And so now we actually have to pay taxes. Unfortunately.
It's outrageous.
It's outrageous.
Now I see why people care so much about these things.
Well, yeah. It's the thing, I think, was it Mitt Romney that said that back in 2012 election? He got a lot of shit for it. Although it is true, though. And he's talking about, we're over here talking about taxes. And, the majority of Americans don't pay taxes. They pay sales tax and all that kind of stuff, but they don't pay the income tax. They, if you are you make less than a certain amount, then you get most of your income tax back. So you'll pay it throughout the year, which sucks, obviously, because it's taken out of your paycheck. Could have used that. But you'll get it back, which then Americans think they're getting free money.
Yeah.
Look at those free money I got. Yeah. Now, given there is some free money to be had with it. I've talked about this in the previous series because, they have all those... They're more than just credits. Like, you're actually getting more back than you ever paid in taxes if you were under a certain bracket. So the... what is it called? The... Earned income credit. Yeah. It's for if you have kids. And that's a lot of money they're just giving you.
Yeah.
And that results in you getting way more back. Again, if you don't owe a lot, if you don't own hardly anything because you're, poor, then it results in you getting way more back than you ever paid.
Yeah, but then, it all goes to the rich anyway because everyone gets that and then goes on spending sprees.
It's great for the economy because, poor people didn't take the money. Because one thing about us poor folks is, in general, most of us are pretty crappy managing our money. I think I'm one of the few exceptions where I've always been pretty good managing my money. I can't. We're not great at making money, but we are great at saving it and not pissing it away on stupid crap.
Well, that's because I was never on board with you wanting to save money and have financial security.
Stupid stuff like that.
I want stuff. But then you're but wait, if you save money, then you don't have to work as much because you have the money instead of the stuff. I'm oh, well, I do.
And Jinx also hates work.
I do hate work.
But I think the biggest thing that I think Jinx noticed with the way I do things is that when we have emergencies.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Before, you have an emergency happens, there's a problem with your car. It's a crisis. Yeah, because you don't have any money. So how the hell are you gonna fix the thing you need to fix? How are you gonna pay for anything? Throw it on a credit card? Do you even have any credit? And so yeah, it's always a crisis. Every time something breaks in your house or your vehicle or whatever. Every time you need to spend some unplanned money. But when you save the money, then you got that little cushion.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. That something comes up, I've got some money to take care of it.
Fix that.
And so I've always been really good with saving money and managing money and just horrible with earning it. Never earned enough. And so I just got to stretch out the funds that I do have. Yeah, over the last couple of years, we've done better. YouTube's done better. Obviously, Jinx got those promotions, so she's doing great.
Yeah, just got a raise.
In management, yeah, you just got another raise, too.
Is it 15 carrot seeds that we needed?
Yeah, maybe.
I probably need more poop then.
Yeah, I need much more fertilizer.
How
much did you get for selling all your baskets? I didn't see that.
I don't know.
Do we have a lot of money? Do we make a lot? I know you just pissed away a lot of it.
I didn't piss away.
Or not pissed away. You spent it on...
Yeah, on poop.
On stuff. On poop, yeah.
Poop and seeds.
Yeah.
There's probably seeds in the poop. I could have just saved some money there.
Exactly.
Now I gotta go find this guy to give him more money.
No, you're gonna go pay your taxes?
Look at him over here not doing anything.
Yep, he just collects taxes. That's it.
Yeah, here's your fucking taxes, guy. Pleasure doing business with you.
You completed your quest to pay taxes. The worst quest you'll ever get in your life.
Now let's go do some farming.
So that we can build more stuff and then pay more taxes next year. It's going to be great, guys.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with inflation and everything that's been going on, when our income's gone up, it hasn't felt like it's gone up because... it's not.
You're just running in your hamster wheel.
Yeah, you're just running in the hamster wheel because there's, you make more money, but the money's worth less, so you're not actually doing better.
You do everything that you're told is supposed to advance you in life.
You wait to have kids till you get married. We got married. I went to college, for Christ's sakes. Now, given I had done that after kids, we'd already had the kids and stuff, and I'd already had a career for a little while before I went to college. But yeah, I went to college, got the degrees, did great with that.
You need experience.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten the life we thought we would get with all the following the steps.
Both. You can either go to college or have experience. Like,
but yeah, it's been unfortunate just the way that with the economy, it kind of just burns down everything you've been trying to accomplish, everything you've been doing with the economy so bad, which is why that's kind of the top of people's concern for this election. This is actually, we're recording this on Tuesday, election day, and I think that's a major concern for the majority of voters is the economy. A lot of politicians want to talk about other stuff, but that's what everybody's thinking about is why am I paying double for everything that I used to? I'm not making double the money. And so, yeah, Americans in general, and this is not just an American problem. I mean, the entire world's dealing with the inflationary prices right now. Yeah, we're all suffering and paying taxes as we suffer.
More of our money and for it to be worth something.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That's kind of the way things have gone. And, a lot of millennials, because we are millennials, I know everybody thinks millennials are in their 20s.
Geriatric millennials.
Millennials are, the oldest millennials are in their 40s now. The youngest millennials are like late 20s. There are very few millennials in their 20s these days. And people in their 20s, that's the next generation, We've all aged. And so most millennials right now are in their 30s. And that's where millennials are at, is that in that period when they were finally starting to do better, and then the economy tanked again because we came of age during the last economic recession, So some of you guys may be millennials and may remember that. 2008 is when we were all coming of age and the economy was just trash. It was dookie, man. It was just a very weak economy, with mostly due to the job situation, the housing situation. And so, yeah, it was a economic recession. And that's when we all came of age. And now, we all finally are starting to come back up, and then COVID happens. We're finally starting to be where we were supposed to be at this point in our lives. And so I really feel like millennials have gotten the worst of it, of any generation. I don't know, maybe the later generations will have it worse. We'll see what happens over the next couple of years. But as of right now, millennials have not had good luck.
Didn't want to build
economically.
A barn.
Yeah, you did. You did too want to build a barn.
I wanted to, sure.
And so this is our wheat that we're planting here?
No, our carrots.
Oh, our carrots.
And our cabbages.
What happened to the objective to get did you just have to buy the carrots?
Yeah, you just had to buy the seeds.
Oh, so you didn't actually just have to plant them?
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just...
So is that with the grain too, or does that mean we got to harvest the grain to be able to complete that one?
I think we just need to buy more seeds for that.
Oh, okay.
That's not...
Probably because you did it early before the objectives were given?
Probably.
All right, so yeah, we're over here. We're over here farming, guys.
Making that money.
Making that money.
Feeding people, really.
Yeah, where I was going with that before we end this episode was for the first time, in this house here that we're in, because it's a really nice house, much nicer than anything we deserve.
Yeah, the neighborhood is so friendly.
Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. Yeah, where you got like women jogging at night.
Yeah, like, hi.
Saying hi to you. That doesn't happen in the places we're from.
No.
Women don't go out at night because it's not safe. Yeah, there's over here jogging around at night. Everybody saying hi. We had some neighbors bring us cupcakes. I mean,
it's like, what?
Yeah,
Where are we? This place is weird.
Yeah. Well, Kansas is kind of weird. We'll talk about that more throughout our videos, kind of our experiences here in Kansas, because this has been unique, very different than what we were expecting in some ways. But yeah, it's for the first time living in this house. I feel like, hey, I actually got somewhere. I did something. We accomplished something. Look at this. We got something to show for a lifetime of work. Yeah, something you're actually happy with. Something to actually show.
Kind of hard to accept in some ways.
Yeah, because it feels like you never get a break. So pretty happy about that, guys. Because yeah, I mean, again, it was a pain in the ass to get into this house, but yeah, it's nice. So we'll talk more about that. Not the series and stuff, as well as other random things as Jynx does her work here.
Does what I love.
Farming.
Digital farming.
In the
specifically. Medieval ages. Yeah. Specifically.
Be very specific here. This is Jynx's love. And so, yeah, we'll be continuing the series. I don't know how many more videos we'll do. So we're covering a lot right now, with the 2 series and then potentially another one here starting, and then my series with Victoria. So we got a lot going right now. So again, the videos are going to be kind of sporadic from each series. But yeah, I don't know how many we'll do just yet. How many more videos, I mean. I guess we'll see if people are still interested in the series since we took that break while we did the move and covered other games. So if everybody's still interested in it and still getting views, then we'll keep covering it, because again, this is my favorite game for Jynx.
I love it.
But if the views have died down, then yeah, maybe it'll only be a few more videos for the series, guys. There's still some stuff we'd like to show though, so there'll certainly be at least a few more videos here. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment to hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.